Let's talk about Elizabethan health and hygiene. Elizabethans didn't really understand infection and germs like we do today, and they still very much believed in what was said by Galen in the 2nd century. Now, this revolved, as I'm sure you've heard before, around the humoral theory. So 4 humours: black bile, yellow bile, blood and phlegm. And if these were out of balance, then you wouldn't feel well. But there were all sorts of things that they thought would cause these to be imbalanced. One could be God. He might make you out of balance because for punishment, or it could also be as a way to atone for your sins. Another thing could be being around bad smelling things. So if the air smelt bad, the air was bad, and that could cause you to be sick. They were very worried about things entering the pores of their skin, sometimes believing that they only opened and closed again at certain times of the year. They also had beliefs around which foods could make you ill and imbalance your humours. For example, there was a belief that fish liver could cause leprosy. Witchcraft could also make you ill. Any black marks on your body might have been caused by pinching from fairies. And also they believed in the effect of the stars and the planets, and certain things, certain treatments should only happen at certain times of the month. Drawing balance to the humours typically involved things like bloodletting and taking things to make you sick, and other forms of purging. Now, Elizabethan England didn't smell very good. They did do what they could to try and eliminate these smells. The worst smells would be the smoke, and also the smells from cesspits and privies, so toilets and chamber pots and things like that. It was much easier to keep things less smelly if you were wealthy, one, because you could change your clothes more frequently, but also if you had land, you could have kind of outside privies. They didn't need to be right in your house. In many homes, rushes were also kept on the floor, and if you had dogs or a rat infestation, they'd be pretty soaked in urine. Personal cleanliness was actually less about health and more about social standing. It was another way to tell the difference between your class, if you smelt better or worse, or if you were physically dirty. Some farmers, for example, might literally just have the one top that had to be washed when it could. Worried about washing with water, and if it wasn't really pure water, they worried about, as I said, the pores, so any dirt from water getting into their body, and then it could potentially be trapped there for quite a long time. Bathhouses had actually been banned under Henry VIII, but it wasn't specifically because of the water, it was because of the spread of syphilis. There was a fear around really submerging your whole body in water because of this, but also, again, there were only certain days in the months, according to astrology, that was recommended to have a bath or to wash generally. So there you go, that's a few things about Elizabethan health and hygiene.